What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, aka the Queen of Paperwork, and I am back with another episode of Mickey Truth, Voice of Truth. On today's episode, we're going to get into the business, okay? We're going to talk about weight. We're going to talk about Busta Rhymes, and I'm definitely going to voice my truth for the matter. Y'all already know, okay? So wherever you're listening to me at, make sure you follow, subscribe, whichever platform it is. I appreciate everybody that been rocking out with your girl. So let's get into the conversation. So according to Hollywood Unlocked, okay, legendary rapper Busta Rhymes experienced a wake-up call to lose weight after suffering an asthma attack following sex. After dropping more than 100 pounds over the last few years, 51-year-old Busta Rhymes speaks with Men Health Mag for the new cover story recognizing the 50th year of hip-hop. And aside from talking about keeping his lyrical form in tip-top shape, he also talked about his physical form, okay? Now, this is the quote. It says that Busta admitted, "I was in horrible shape in 2018, 2019. I never been as heavy as I was in my life until that time. I was about 340 pounds, and I have all kinds of ailments happen, okay? Like when he couldn't breathe after going to Pound Town with his now ex. He said, I was having a really difficult time breathing. So I got up and I walked out the bedroom so she wouldn't panic seeing me trying to keep myself calm. I was trying to inhale and it felt like it wasn't working. I felt like I was having an asthma attack, but I don't have asthma. So I walked out the bedroom and went into the living room and I was forcing myself to inhale to relax. When he got his breathing under control, he said the woman scolded him. He said she was like, yo, this is not who I fell in love with. She didn't know what had happened outside, but she was looking at my body and was like, you got to lose this weight. This breathing is scaring me. When I met you, you wasn't like a musclehead, but you was slim. You was cut. You had your shit together. I need you to get back to who I fell in love with. Busta had another wake-up call a day or two later when he went to give his son a pound and got slapped on the stomach instead. He said, even though he was just being funny, these things never happened when I had a six-pack. Those are two moments that really made me say, I gotta fix all of this. Yo, Busta Rhymes, I applaud you for keeping it 100 and being truthful with yourself and to your fans that's, listening and reading this article because it is so relatable, okay? Now, as I told y'all, I have been open about my journey with weight, even my weight loss journey that I'm still in the process of. So I can definitely relate to having them situations arise that cause you to say, you know what? And I'm going to tell y'all, for those who have never heard the story, I gave two incidents that made me say, you know what, Mickey? It's time to get your shit together, okay? One was actually, I went to the doctors for my yearly checkup. I got on the scale, and the scale said 307 pounds. That was, as far as I'm concerned, my heaviest weight. 307 pounds, okay? I'm not even going to hold you. The 7-pound part wasn't even the issue. It was seeing that 3 in the beginning that stressed me out. It was around my birthday last year, to be honest, right? So I then went and had a birthday party. And, I'm dressed. I'm feeling good, having fun. All of a sudden, the photos came out. The videos came out. And I was just like, no, I got to do something different. This ain't it. Now, again, for the past 10 years, I have definitely seen my weight increase. I even, in 2020, almost went through with gastric bypass surgery. However, I caught COVID and decided just not to go through with it. So, fast forward to 2022, when this epiphany happened, I'm like, no, I'm not with this no more. You know what I'm saying? And again, I done had people say it. I done call myself being on diets hundreds of times. But it took me to have those moments like Busta Rhymes spoke of for me to really realize, like, yo, I do not want to be unhealthy anymore. I don't like the way I'm looking with all this extra weight. I need to change, okay? And guess what? I've done that. So far, like I said, in October of last year, I was at 307 pounds. Fast forward to today before I started recording and I got on the scale. I'm at 258 pounds, okay? And it has been a roller coaster, okay? Because it has been, again, I can relate with Busta. It has been times that I drop, but then I gain. Then I have to work even harder the next month to drop it back down. So honestly, it is a roller coaster. And some days I just want to be like, forget it. Give me a nice, juicy burger and turn up. Now, one thing I will say, and this is just, again, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you exactly what's going to work for you. But what I can tell you is this. Once you find what works for you, stick with it. So with me, I am an emotional eater, have been as far as I can remember, okay? So with my weight loss, especially the beginning, was more so cutting back, okay? And I saw a lot of weight start to go once I cut back. Now, I wasn't big into exercise at first, okay? I'm not even going to tell you no story. However, eventually I did get there because I started seeing my skin kind of get droopy. And I was like, oh no. So I started doing workout. And I'm going to tell y'all this, okay? At one point, my back would hurt. I work in a big building, right? And it used to hurt me so much to just walk from my car to my desk. Real talk. Like the bottom middle of my back was just be in pain. And I used to have to because I was so embarrassed. Now, I mean, I can honestly admit that now, embarrassed the fact that I was in so much pain just doing a regular walk. So I used to try to cover it up. And my coworkers would be like, yo, Mickey, you want to go down and get something to drink? You want to get lunch? And I'll be like, oh, no, I'm good, because I couldn't bear to walk, okay? Seriously, I couldn't bear to walk. So now, fast forward, I'm able to walk, miles a day. I can even run, jog. I ain't gonna say I be in a full sprint, okay? But I can jog at least a mile, right? So it definitely does do justice, okay? And it's not even about a self-esteem issue, even though it can be. Because don't get me wrong, like I said, I consider myself very confident, but seeing those pictures did kind of go at my self-esteem. Now looking back, I'm like, okay, I done worked through it. I'm content with it. However, it did take me to want to change it, despite what anybody felt that, was outside looking in. So I definitely appreciate Busta Rhymes for coming out and bringing his stories, because to know a celebrity, again, although they're regular people like us, a lot of times we do idolize them or make them superhuman. So to hear him come out and say, hey, I was overweight, I had an embarrassing moment, it woke me up and I got myself together. So I can relate to that and I appreciate it. So applause to Busta Rhymes for just speaking his truth of the matter. And I hope by me speaking my truth on the matter, letting you know, it's okay, to feel that way. However, sometimes it does take you to have that moment for you to realize changes need to be made. So I challenge everybody to, get healthy. And it's not even about just losing weight, although, yes, I do want to lose weight, but I want to do a lifestyle change. So a lot of things I have started cutting out, because if I want to maintain my healthiness and be here to see my granddaughter graduate, I'm not able to do a lot of the bad eating habits that I once were doing. So I challenge everybody to take the initiative to look deep inside them and decide what changes they would need to make. If you don't have any, kudos to you, okay, for being perfect. But if you do have it, whether it's just drinking more water, eating better options, losing weight, okay, maintaining muscle or whatever, I challenge you to take care of that, okay? So with that is all for this topic. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with your girl. Make sure you tell a friend to pull up on MickeyTruth.com and get that merch, because your girl always got to work, okay? And as always, go over to my YouTube channel, Mickey Truth, and subscribe, okay? And until next time, y'all already know where I'm going with it. Deuces!